4-color process looks amazing, just 4 screens, but what happens when you put it on black? Where did it go? Well, these inks are transparent, so they don't show up great on black. Now, they don't show up at all on black. And it's really hard to print them on a white Plastisol underbase because you either have to flash between every color or they don't stick. So here's a great way to print 4-color process if you want to go on dark garments, and that's by using Discharge. The first thing we need to do is create our underbase screen. So here's a couple different ways you can do that. Once our image is separated in Photoshop, we're going to go to color range and we're going to start to add color into create a white underbase. Now keep in mind, we're going on a black garment, so we don't need a ton of black below those areas of the design. So I'm not going to select that area. Let's try this underbase and see how it works on press. Before we start the printing process, it's important that we choose the blank that can discharge properly. And specifically, since we're printing 4-color process, you want the best discharge ability as possible. So today we're using the Allmade AL2100 organic cotton. We went to Allmade's decoration recommendations, and this has a 5 discharge rating. So that's what you're really looking for in a garment: consistency and brightness in the discharge process. So the first discharge we're printing with today is the clear discharge. Why does Discharge work great for printing 4-color process on top of it? Well, Discharge takes that pigment or dye out of the garment, leaving just the fabric, allowing the 4-color process inks to print wet on wet and mix transparent onto fabric, not a Plastisol or solid white underbase, which won't work. So this gives the natural shirt surface the same as it would on a light garment. Our Discharge has been activated with 5% ZSF. This is the Aviant Aquarius Discharge. So I'm using just a 70 durometer Squeegee here. I am going to push this design just the same way I would push the rest so that I keep my print order consistent. We're going to do 2 passes down, and we're going to make sure this ink's cleared out of the screen here. We've got a good underbase there, but we can't see what's going on. It's important to flash all that water out of the ink before we go to print. I just need to make sure that that's dry. It doesn't have to discharge all the way, but it needs to be dry before you print Plastisol on top of it. Otherwise, that Plastisol might not adhere to it because you're printing on water, and plastic on water do not mix. Today I'm using the Riley Quartz Flash in order to make sure I do that very fast and effectively. With a quick flash, I'm already actually starting to see that discharge activate. Next, we're gonna go with our standard print order. This is just YMCK, 1 pass each. Same way we go on light garments. You can already see the ink way better than we could just going directly onto a black garment. We are going to print black to allow it to meld into the garment, even though we are going onto a black garment. Remember, that area of the underbase, we don't have as much halftone there. We don't have much space there, so it allows that natural black to show through. Okay, there's our design. Now let's see what happens when it goes into the dryer. All right, I can see my design. That was pretty cool how it came to life, but my separation, not so good. What happened is by adding all that color together, I actually expanded out the underbase instead of subtracting it. You want your underbase to be smaller than your overprint, especially when you're dealing with all those halftones. Going back into Photoshop, we're doing a little bit different process. We're gonna take all of our overcolors, we're gonna merge them into one channel, and then we're going to desaturate them and reverse them out, lighten them up a little bit, and then put a feather or a choke on the outside. Today I'm using an inner glow, playing with the size of that and making sure that it's not pulling too much black, getting rid of detail, but it's choking our underbase just slightly. Here we're gonna try that clear again, see if we can get that cool vintage look. Note that this is activated ZSF discharge. So if you do have an allergic reaction to formaldehyde, you'd want to wear gloves, and you'd want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area or using a mask. I'm going 2 solid passes because this is water-based. I want to make sure I'm penetrating that garment. You want to flash so it's dry. You don't want to discharge it all the way out because you can start the discharge process, which will change the result through the dryer. So we've got a good discharge in there. We're going to start this one with our highlight, going with that green first, and then doing with our prints over top. And when you're doing this, because we're going on a dark garment, you can experiment going 2 passes with your inks versus the single pass that we do typically on light garments. But give it more saturation, especially since you're going on a dark background. All right, let's see what that looks like with this new underbase through the dryer. It's way better. That's what we want it to look like. We are seeing our print come to life. You see those colors come through. Now keep in mind, with a discharge clear, we're just taking this shirt back to a natural fiber. So even though this shirt discharge is great, it's not giving us the white we would see in a white garment. So for that, we're gonna actually switch the discharge base up on press and go with a white discharge break. We are using today the Aquarius Discharge white, and this white has been activated 5% ZSF, so this still sits into the garment. It does have pigment into it. So the one thing about Discharge is that either the white or the clear is not going to be like a Plastisol Underbase. The way it stretches, the top's going to stretch with the base, but specifically as it washes, it could kind of look crackly. The nice part about Discharge is that it's usually a tonal print, so you can't tell those types of cracks in a print like that versus like a nice big white opaque print on a shirt. And we're gonna go 2 passes, allowing that screen to clear up. And then we're gonna flash this off. Again, we don't wanna over flash this. We're gonna just flash this off until it's dried. The difference here is we're gonna actually have white underneath our base. So if there's any white in the design, which this design has some of those white highlights in it that you would see in a light shirt, we would actually see that now come through the base. Whereas before, we wouldn't see that. We see that more natural, more vintage looking clear Discharge, which gives it the natural cotton look of the shirt, okay? We're all flashed off there. So starting with the green highlight and then going through our YMCK process. Because we have pigment, we're gonna actually start to see this design come to life on press a lot differently than that Discharge clear underbase. Let's see, this looks already different than it did on the clear base. Let's see how it looks like at the end of the dryer. That looks pretty awesome with that Discharge white underbase. Definitely pops a lot more than the clear underbase. And we printed it directly on black. Pretty cool result. The great part about this process is that printing Discharge as an underbase not only allows you to go on darker colors and give you vintage tones, and it gives you a nice Discharge soft hand. You do have to use a dischargeable garment like what we're using right now with this Allmade AL2100 organic cotton, so make sure your garment discharges, and you want to make sure that your curing parameters are correct so that you're evaporating all that water out of that discharge and really doing a good job adhering that overprint Plastisol to the underbase and the fabric underneath. Wash testing is always recommended, especially if you're doing this for a long run, to make sure those pigments stick and your customer is happy with the end washed result. So we do have another video that shows this process, but going on a Plastisol underbase, how difficult that really is and why this is really a little bit easier to do. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our other 4-color process videos to learn how to do 4-color process printing from start to finish. If you've ever played with Discharge as an underbase or have questions on how it works, make a comment in the video below. And be sure to subscribe for other videos on 4-color and screen printing process. Thanks for powering your print with Ryonet. Happy day, my hand doesn't hurt at all.